I am often asked, does my horse need a supplement? And if so, which supplement does my horse require? So what are the things that we look for in order to determine if your horse needs a supplement at all? I think the first place to start is a very common situation that I run into, and that is the need for additional minerals and vitamins. If you are using a commercial mixed feed, and actually we'll get into reading feed tags a little bit later, but for discussion purposes, let's say that we're using a standard type commercial mixed feed that is fortified with minerals and vitamins. The next question you need to ask yourself is, how many pounds am I actually feeding my horse per day of this commercial feed? Which brings up another topic of, it is important for you to know approximately how many pounds of grain that you're actually feeding your horse. Different feeds will weigh different amounts per scoop or per cup. So just taking your scoop of feed and putting it on a scale at least one time will give you an idea of how much that feed weighs and give you an idea of how many pounds of grain you're actually feeding your horse. That will help you answer the next question, which is, are you feeding at least 5 to 6 pounds of grain per day? If the answer to that is yes, then there's a good chance that your horse is receiving an adequate intake of minerals and vitamins. But many of our horses do not require 5 to 6 pounds of grain per day. I see a lot of horses that only get fed 2 or 3 pounds of grain per day because that's all they need in order to maintain their desired body condition. But a horse that's only getting 2 or 3 pounds of a standard commercial horse feed is going to be mineral and vitamin deficient. So in that case, yes, you will need a supplement, and the supplement you will need will be a mineral vitamin supplement. Now, when you're looking for mineral and vitamin supplements, you actually tend to have two major choices to choose from. One would be what we call a balancer, which almost every major feed company in the world has got some type of what we call ration balancer. These will contain protein components. They'll also contain minerals and vitamins. So by feeding depending upon the product, feeding anywhere from a half a pound to a pound of that per day will then provide enough minerals and vitamins for your horse. At Equivision, we have a couple of products which we refer to as our Nutrimix products. Our standard product is our Equine Nutrimix. By feeding only 100 grams of that per day, so a very small amount, you will provide all the minerals and vitamins your horse needs. Another situation where you will need a mineral vitamin supplement is if you elect to feed something like plain oats. The mineral component of oats are not very well balanced, and you will need some type of supplement in order to properly balance the calcium and phosphorus levels, as well as trace minerals and vitamins. Horses that maintain their body condition adequately on just forage, whether it's pasture and or hay, are also going to need additional minerals and vitamins. So in that case, either the balancer type products or Equivision's Equine Nutrimix product will be more than adequate to provide the needed minerals and vitamins. Once we get past the standard nutrient intake, when you say, okay, does my horse need a supplement? Now we're in the area of, how is your horse presenting? Do we have any actual concerns or issues that are interfering with the growth of your horse or the performance of your horse? And depending upon what those issues are, will then determine what type of supplement you may or may not need. Horses with digestive problems, in other words, every once in a while they get a little gassy. Horses that are excreting fluid along with their manure. Horses that may actually have an impaction colic from time to time. It's a good idea to put these horses on some type of digestive aid supplement. Here at Equivision, we have a product called ADR, which does a very good job of preventing gas buildup in horses, as well as improving overall digestion and preventing impaction type colic situations. Horses that have skin issues, dry skin, the hair coat's not what it needs to be. Omega-3 fatty acids work very well in these situations. So Equivision's fish oil factor would be a definite choice in that regard. Performance horses that have joint issues or people that want to prophylactically prevent their horse from developing joint issues can look at various joint supplements. Equivision has a product called Orthomax, which provides a very high dose of MSM along with the purest chondroitin and glucosamine that we find available on the market. It has done a very good job with performance horses in maintaining joint health. We will also use that same product in growing horses to either prevent osteochondrosis or OCD, as well as actually treat OCDs that may be non-surgical. Which brings up a little side note. I'm sent radiographs often, even though I'm not a veterinarian. I can still evaluate a radiograph, but I get sent radiographs from people with the comment, my vet thinks this is a surgical case, but I'd rather treat it with your Orthomax. My response to that is, if it's surgical, then let's do the surgery, and we will still incorporate Orthomax into the program post-surgery to ensure that that bone and that joint heals up the way it's supposed to be. And along those same lines, we have a product that we call Surge, which helps get all of the minerals and vitamins, all those joint substances such as the MSM and the chondroitin delivered to that joint tissue to help your joint supplements and your overall nutrition program work better. We have many farms around the country that will use Orthomax in combination with Surge on their young growing horses in order to optimize bone and joint health.